Hi, welcome to our FC house. As usual, I do two videos. The first version being the showcasing of the house, and then the second would be doing a walkthrough and talking about the decorations and the ideas behind the designs and sources of where I've got them, or if ideas that I just had. But yeah, let's get started. So the first thing here is Elliot's little niche or nook. And when we first bought this plot and entered the mansion, Elliot ran up here and he was like, "Mine, you have to make this my bedroom." And it was quite challenging because the area is so small, and I had actually done quite a few versions of this space with different beds, and I actually tried to make it a Japanese themed room with the tatami mats, but the tatami mats stuck out over the edge and just nothing seemed to work. But this finally came together and we've been happy with it, the way it turned out, and we've kind of left it ever since. But yeah, his only requirements were to have a bed and have shelves to display collectibles. And it's a little bit challenging to even display collectibles in a large house because space is so limited in terms of furnishing. But I try to accommodate my friends as much as possible. So here's Elliot's room. I'll go up this way. This is Ariana's room. And this vanity I had seen on the official forums. Someone had shared a picture of their furniture combination and I thought it was the nicest thing I'd ever seen. In their picture they had flower vases and lights on them, but I am completely out of space in the mansion, so come 4.0 I guess I can start adding the touches here and there that's currently missing from a lot of spaces in this house. And put the crystal bell here since this is a vanity. Ariana's bed. And this room was challenging too because I wanted to center everything, and there's a nice seam in the wall here. So buttoning up anything against the wall becomes a challenge, so that's why I put the half partition and the fireplace here to kind of make the room look centered, especially since the light is on that same seam. But added Glade wardrobes on either side because I love the look of built-ins. And again, collectibles for my friends. And here's our bathroom. Ofuro. And let's sit underwater with our clothes on. Oops. Don't want to die here. Here's the shower built into the pillar. Here's the ever famous toilet furniture combination of the Oasis chair and terracotta pot. That one I had seen on the official forums too. And I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen the first time I saw it. Our orchestrion. which I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so my apologies if I'm not. Here's a screen for decoration, again to fill space. Manor couches. I think I use the Glade desks a lot in decorating. Yeah, there's nothing really special about this room. It's very, very light on furnishings. But, main floor, as usual, summoning bell. As soon as you zone in, you can click on it. And we have that in all of our houses. Well, or two of our personal houses and then this main house. Crafting stations. So here's weaver, carpenter, leatherworker, goldsmith, culinarian, or culinarian, blacksmith, armorer, and alchemist. Here's our pathetic tier 1. What is this thing called? Ether something. Here's our library. Built-in desks. And I know a lot of people like to push their bookshelves and display them along the wall, and I actually like it that way too, but because we have so much space to spare and so little furnishing slots, I wanted to push out the furniture as much as possible to fill the space, so we made it look like stacks in the library. And these are actually supposed to be like carols, study carols in a library. And again, seam right in the middle of the room, so it's covered with the grandfather clock. Unending journey. Gigantic Lynn Lane's embrace. And again, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But, this is definitely here for space filling. We have our tier 4 aquarium filled with tricolored carp and our tiny little goldfish or copperfish. For a second. Okay, that's enough. And then here's the bench for the wallflowers who don't want to dance. And here's Elliot's throne, which, you know, I just have to sit in because he's not here. Don't tell him. Here's our manor instruments alcove. Yeah. But yeah. That's our FC house. Hope you liked it. See you next time.